Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2,000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Danish ebook before it's gone.
Hey everyone, I'm Jonas. Hej alle sammen, mit navn er Jonas. Welcome to the Danish whiteboard lessons. In this lesson, you'll learn how to give someone your phone number. Let's get started. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. First we have nul, 0. Nul, nul. En, et, one. En, et, en, et. And to, two, to, to. Tre, three, tre, tre. Fire, four, fire, fire. Fem, five, fem, fem. Six, 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 six. Syv, seven, syv, syv. Otte, eight, otte, otte. Ni, nine, ni, ni. And 10, 10, 10, 10. 11, 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12, 12. 13, 13, 13, 13. 14, 14, 14, 14. 15, 15, 15, 15. 16, 16, 16, 16. 17, 17, 17, 17. 18, 18, 18, 18. 19, 19, 19, 19. And the last one here, 20, 20, 20, 20. Going on, we get at 21, 21, 21, 21, 22, 22, 22, 22. And then we go up in the tens here. 30, 30, 30, 30. 40, 40, 40, 40, 50, 50, 50, 50, 60, 60, 60, 60, 70, 70, 70, 70, 80, 80, 80, 80, 90, 90, 90, 90. Let's look at the dialogue. When I read, I want you to pay attention to the phone number. Listen to the numbers and see how they're used in the dialogue. Hvad dit telefonnummer? What is your phone number? Mit telefonnummer 91 23 45 83. My phone number is 91 23 45 83. Now, let's look at the comprehension of today's vocabulary. Here we have hvad, hvad, hvad. What and hvad is a general Danish question word. It's constructed by HV. HV is for all Danish question words. So, hvad, what. Next is is, er. This is the standard to be verb in Danish. And then we have telefonnummer, phone number, telefonnummer, telefonnummer. This is the standard noun for phone number in Danish. And finally, we have mit, my, mit, mit. Mit is a possessive noun of my in first person singular in Danish. All right, so now we have the vocabulary, and we also have the dialogue, and we know the grammar of the dialogue. So, you maybe notice that something is a little bit different from English to Danish on how you say your phone number. So, basic is that Danish phone number are always 8 digits. And the tricky part is you say them in pairs. So you go 22, 22, 22, and 22. All right, so how do we do this, right? So here's the example. Let's look at it. 31, 85, 46, 27, right? So that's 31, 85, 46, 27. All right, so did you hear the difference in there? So when you do double digits in Danish, you actually turn around in them, right? So for instance, the example could be the number 83. In Danish, we don't say 83, we say 3 and 80. So that would go 83, 83. All right, so again, the example would be 31, 85, 46, 27. Okay, now, as a pure Danish beginner, you're definitely allowed to take it down a notch a little bit. So you could do single digits. Let's try that. So it goes 3, 1, 8, 5, 4, 6, 2, 7. That's pretty easy, right? But again, the correct way to give your phone number would be 31, 85, 46, 27. All right, you definitely need to practice a little bit here for this one. So here's another example, the last one. Let's see if we can do that together, right? 66, 15, 08, and 77. All right, let's see if we can do the beginner version of that. So only single digits for this one. You ready? Here we go. 6, 6, 1, 5, 0, 8, 7, 7. Tricky? Maybe. Let's try the correct way where we do double digits for this one. 66, 15, 08, 77. All right, there you go. Do you remember how to say 1? 1. It. 1. It. And how to say 2? 2. 2. Do you remember how to say 3? 3. 3. And how to say 4? 4. 4. Do you remember how to say 5? 5. 5. And how to say 6? 6. 6. Do you remember how to say 7? 7. 7. And how to say 8? 8. 8. Do you remember how to say 9? 9. 9. And how to say 0? 0. 0. Do you remember how to say 10? 10. 10. And how to say 11? 11. 11. Do you remember how to say 12? 12. 12. And how to say 13? 13. 13. Do you remember how to say 14? 14. 14. And how to say 15? 15. 15. Do you remember how to say 16? 16. 16. And how to say 17? 17. 17. Do you remember how to say 18? 18. 18. And how to say 19? 19. 19. Do you remember how to say 20? 20. 20. And how to say 21. 21. 21. Do you remember how to say 22? 22. 22. And how to say 30? 30. 30. Do you remember how to say 40? 40. 40. And how to say 50? 50. 50. Do you remember how to say 60? 60. 60. And how to say 70? 70. 70. Do you remember how to say 80? 80. 80. And how to say 90? 90. 90. Do you remember how to say my phone number? 'Mit telefonnummer. 'Mit telefonnummer. And how to say my phone number is 91 23 45 83. Mit telefonnummer er 91 23 45 83. Mit telefonnummer er 91 23 45 83. In this lesson, you learned how to ask someone their phone number in Danish. Thanks for watching. I'm Jonas, and I will see you on danishclass101.com. Vi ses. Hej hej. Hey everyone, I'm Jonas. Hej alle sammen, jeg hedder Jonas. Welcome to the Danish whiteboard lessons. In this lesson, you will learn how to give your occupation in Danish. Let's get started. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. First we have an investor. An investor. An investor. En investor. An investor. Next up is en læge. A doctor. En læge. En læge. En læge. En politimand. A police officer. En politimand. En politimand. En politimand. Next one. En advokat. A lawyer. En advokat. En advokat. En advokat. And en sanger. A singer. En sanger. En sanger. En sanger. And en kok. A cook. En kok. En kok. En kok. Next one. En forfatter. A writer. En forfatter. En forfatter. En forfatter. All right. En arbejdsløs. An unemployed. En arbejdsløs. En arbejdsløs. En arbejdsløs. En lærer. A teacher. En lærer. En lærer. En lærer. Next one. En mekaniker. A mechanic. En mekaniker. En mekaniker. En mekaniker. And en landmand. A farmer. En landmand. En landmand. En landmand. And finally, en studerende. A student. In this case, we're talking about a university or college student. En studerende. En studerende. En studerende. Now, let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern will be the structure that all of our dialogues will follow. The key sentence is, jeg er, and then you state your occupation. Jeg er, meaning I am. This phrasing works exactly like it does in English. Let's look at the dialogue. When I read, I want you to pay attention to the occupation. Find the occupation and see how it's used in the dialogue. Here we go. Har du arbejde? Do you have a job? Ja, jeg er kok på en restaurant. Yes, I'm a cook in a restaurant. Hvad laver du? What are you doing? Jeg er læge. I'm a doctor. Er du advokat? Are you a lawyer? Nej, jeg er ikke advokat. Jeg er en investor. No, I'm not a lawyer. I'm an investor. Now, let's look at some of the supplemental vocabulary related to this topic. Here we go. Arbejde. So this means job or work in Danish, and that's a noun. Next one is laver. Laver. So this is doing and coming from the Danish word to do. Next one is studere, meaning to study, and that's a verb in Danish also. Hold on, there's a twist. Look at the last one here with me. Studerende. Studerende. In Danish, that specifically is a noun relating to being a university student or a college student. So, once again, to study, studere. But university student, studerende. There are two ways of asking questions in Danish, using an HV word or not using an HV word. Here's the first one. Hvad laver du? Hvad laver du? So this is a classic HV question sentence. The other one is this. Er du advokat? This is a classic question, not using innate three words. So in this sentence, we are inverting the subject and the verb, and that way we don't need to add three word. So, hvad laver du? Er du læge? Are you a doctor? All right. Furthermore, in Danish, to negate something, we use the adverb ikke, basically meaning not in English. This is how we use it. After er in a sentence, we use ikke to make the negation. We would say, jeg er ikke, meaning I am not. The job title then follows the negation. We could do this, jeg er ikke mekaniker. I'm not a mechanic. Do you remember how to say investor? An investor. An investor. And how to say doctor? En læge. En læge. Do you remember how to say police officer? En politimand. En politimand. And how to say lawyer? En advokat. En advokat. Do you remember how to say singer? En sanger. En sanger. And how to say cook? En kok. En kok. Do you remember how to say writer? En forfatter. En forfatter. And how to say unemployed? En arbejdsløs. En arbejdsløs. Do you remember how to say teacher? En lærer. En lærer. And how to say mechanic? En mekaniker. En mekaniker. Do you remember how to say farmer? En landmand. En landmand. And how to say student? En studerende. En studerende. Do you remember how to say I am an investor? Jeg er en investor. Jeg er en investor. And how to say no, I am not a lawyer. I'm an investor. Nej, jeg er ikke advokat. Jeg er en investor. Nej, jeg er ikke advokat. Jeg er en investor. In this lesson, you learned how to talk about your occupation in Danish. Thanks for watching. I'm Jonas, and I will see you on danishclass101.com. Vi ses. Hej hej. Hey everyone, I'm Jonas. Hej alle sammen, jeg hedder Jonas. Welcome to the Danish whiteboard lessons. In this lesson, you'll learn how to say where you're from. Let's get started. All right, let's look at today's dialogue. When I read, I want you to pay attention to the place name. Find where the speaker is from and see how they say that in the dialogue. Here we go. Hvor kommer du fra? Jeg kommer fra Aalborg. So in English, that's where are you from? The answer is I'm from Aalborg. Now, let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern will be the structure that all of our dialogues will follow. Here we go. Jeg fra, and then we put either place or city and country in. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. First we have hvor. Hvor means where. It's a general HV question word. Hvor. 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 Next is kommer. Kommer means come. It's the verb of to come, either to or from in Danish. Kommer. 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 Next is du. It's the Danish pronoun of you, second person singular. Du. 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 And then we have fra. Fra is the Danish preposition of from. Fra. 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 Then we have jeg. Jeg is the I in Danish. It's a pronoun of first person singular. Jeg. 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 Last one is Aalborg. Aalborg is the city up here in the northern part of Jutland. Aalborg. 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 Now, let's look at some of the speaking examples. Jeg kommer fra Jylland. I'm from Jutland. Next is jeg kommer fra Odense. I'm from Odense. All right, at this point, we'll take a little bit closer look at the tiny map here we have of Denmark. So the three main regions in Denmark are, here we go, the peninsula is called Jylland. Also in English, Jutland. Middle Island is Fyn. In English, Funen. Eastern Island is Sjælland. In English, Sealand. And the four main cities that you should know is the capital on Sjælland called København. On Fyn, we're looking at Odense. And in Jylland, we need to know about Aalborg in the north and Aarhus. Hvor kommer du fra? So this is the Danish phrase, where are you from? In English. Even though Danish and English are quite similar in grammar and phrasing, this basic phrase, it differs a little bit. Danes, they ask more plainly, where do you come from? The meaning and use in conversation is exactly the same as in English. Do you remember how to say I? Jeg. Jeg. And how to say you? Du. Du. Do you remember how to say where? Hvor. Hvor. And how to say from? Kommer fra. Kommer fra. Do you remember how to say I'm from? Jeg kommer fra. Jeg kommer fra. And how to say I'm from Aalborg. Jeg kommer fra Aalborg. Jeg kommer fra Aalborg. In this lesson, you learned how to say where you're from in Danish. Thanks for watching. I'm Jonas, and I will see you on danishclass101.com. Vi ses. Hej hej. Hey everyone, I'm Jonas. Hej alle sammen, jeg hedder Jonas. Welcome to the Danish whiteboard lessons. In this lesson, you'll learn how to give someone your email. Let's get started. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. First we have A. 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 B. 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 C. 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 D. 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 E. 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 F. 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 G. 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 H. 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 E. I. E. J. 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 K. 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 L. 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 M. 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 N. 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 Okay, and we go up. O. 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 P. 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 Q. 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 R. 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 S. 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 T. 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 U. 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 V. 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 Doubled V. W. Doubled V. X. 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 Y. 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 And the example here is Y. Y. Z. 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 And now we have the three unique Danish letters. A. 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 Ø. 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 Å. 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 Let's look at the dialogue. When I read, I want you to pay attention to the letters. Listen to how the email address is given and see how it's used in the dialogue. All right, here we go. Hvad er din e-mailadresse? Min e-mailadresse er elisabeth@inderlang.com. Hvordan staver du det? elisabeth@inderlang.com. So the English version would go like this. What is your email address? My email address is elisabeth@inderlang.com. How do you spell that? ELIZABETH@innerlang.com. Now, let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern was the structure that our dialogue followed. Hvad er din e-mailadresse? Min e-mailadresse er, and you insert your email address. The English goes like this. What is your email address? My email address is, and insert your email address. It's important to know certain punctuation in Danish for saying your email address. The most peculiar one is this one. Snabel-a. It means at, and in Danish this is referring to an elephant trunk. Next one is punktum, meaning period, or also pronounced dot. Next one is this one, bindestreg, meaning hyphen. The last one is the same as in English, underscore, meaning underscore. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about nouns in Danish. En and it are the gender article words used in front of nouns. So neutral gender article is it, and common gender is en. Roughly 70% of all the Danish nouns are common gender, meaning en in front of the noun. An example from today's conversation is the word email address, in Danish e-mailadresse. This is a common gender noun, meaning it's en email address. You can see the relation here in the possessive pronouns. Din has the n. Din e-mailadresse og min e-mailadresse. The last thing we need to talk about is the flat Danish language. So the pronunciation sounds really, really odd, right? You need to know some basic mouth movements to learn how to pronounce Danish word. The first one is a very wide mouth. And the other one you need to know is a very round Danish mouth. Good example for this is the letter A, pronounced A. So you see this? My very wide mouth for this one, A. Another good example is the letter U. Ooh. You see that? A round mouth. Ooh. Do you remember how to say email address? e-mailadresse, e-mailadresse. And how to say my email address is min e-mailadresse er. Min e-mailadresse er. Do you remember how to say .com? .com. .com. And how to say at. /a. /a. Do you remember how to say my email address is elizabeth@innerlang.com? Min e-mailadresse er elizabeth@innerlang.com. Min e-mailadresse er elizabeth@innerlang.com. In this lesson, you learned how to give your email in Danish. Thanks for watching. I'm Jonas, and I will see you on danishclass101.com. Vi ses. Hej hej. Hey everyone, I'm Jonas. Hej alle sammen, jeg hedder Jonas. Welcome to the Danish whiteboard lessons. In this lesson, you'll learn how to talk about your nationality. Let's get started. Okay, let's look at the vocabulary. First we have sydkoreaner, South Korean. Sydkoreaner, sydkoreaner, sydkoreaner. Mexikaner, Mexican, mexikaner, mexikaner, mexikaner. Russer, Russian, russer, russer, russer. Next, inder, Indian, inder, inder, inder. And tysker, German, tysker, tysker. Franskmand, French, franskmand, franskmand, franskmand. Next, japaner, Japanese, japaner, japaner, japaner. Brasilianer, Brazilian, brasilianer, brasilianer, brasilianer. And Egypter, Egyptian, Egypter, Egypter, Egypter. Sydafrikaner, South African, sydafrikaner, sydafrikaner, sydafrikaner. And Hongkonger, Hongkonese, Hongkonger, Hongkonger, Hongkonger. All right. Græker. Greek. Græker. 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 Israeler. Israeli. Israeler. Israeler. And Canadier. Canadian. Canadier. 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 Nordmand. Norwegian. Nordmand. 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 Svensker. Swede. Svensker. 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 And the last one. Dansker. Dan. Dansker. 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 Let's look at the dialogue. When I read, I want you to pay attention to the nationality. Find the nationality and see how it's used in the dialogue. Here we go. Er du dansker? Ja, jeg er dansker. Er han svensker? Nej, han er ikke svensker. Han er nordmand. All right, so the English version of this would be, are you Danish? Yes, I'm Danish. Is he Swedish? No, he's not Swedish. He's Norwegian. Now, let's look at the sentence pattern. The dialogues was basically structured from this. Er du? And then you put in the nationality, meaning, are you? And then nationality. Now let's look at some of the supplemental vocabulary that relates to this topic. Here we go. Ja, basically meaning yes. Yeah. Yeah. Nej. And that means no. Nej. Nej. And then we have ikke. And that means not. That's a general negative denominator. Ikke. Ikke. And then we have du, meaning you. That's the second person singular pronoun in Danish. Du. Du. And then han. That means he in Danish. Third person singular pronoun. Han. Han. Other ones in the same category would be hun, meaning she. Hun. Hun. And the last one, den or det, meaning it. Den. Det. Den. Det. Nationality in Danish typically has an ER added with a few regulars in there. When we do languages or native tongues, we add SK in the end, also with a few regulars. So let's look at a couple of examples here. So first one, en dansker taler dansk, meaning a Dane speaks Danish. Next one, en tysker taler tysk. A German speaks German. Please notice when writing in Danish, only countries and places are written with capital letters. Do you remember how to say South Korean? Sydkoreaner. Sydkoreaner. And how to say Mexican. Mexikaner. Mexikaner. Do you remember how to say Russian? Russer. Russer. And how to say Indian? Inder. Inder. Do you remember how to say German? Tysker. Tysker. And how to say French? Franskmand. Franskmand. Do you remember how to say Japanese? Japaner. Japaner. And how to say Brazilian? Brasilianer. Brasilianer. Do you remember how to say Egyptian? Egypter. Egypter. And how to say South African? Sydafrikaner. Sydafrikaner. Do you remember how to say Hong Kongese? Hong Konger. Hong Konger. And how to say Greek? Græker. Græker. Do you remember how to say Israeli? Israeler. Israeler. And how to say Canadian? Canadier. Canadier. Do you remember how to say Norwegian? Nordmand. Nordmand. And how to say Swede? Svensker. Svensker. Do you remember how to say Dane? Dansker. Dansker. And how to say I am? Jeg er. Jeg er. Do you remember how to say I'm Danish? Jeg er dansker. Jeg er dansker. In this lesson, you learned how to talk about your nationality in Danish. Thanks for watching. I'm Jonas, and I will see you on danishclass101.com. Vi ses. Hej hej.
Could I have your attention, please?
Må jeg bede om jeres opmærksomhed, tak? Må jeg bede om jeres opmærksomhed, tak?
May I sit here?
Må jeg sidde her? Må jeg sidde her?
Thank you very much.
Mange tak skal du have. Mange tak skal du have.
Don't mention it.
Det gør ikke noget. Det gør ikke noget.
What did you say?
Hvad sagde du? Hvad sagde du?
It takes about 30 minutes by train.
Det tager cirka 30 minutter med tog. Det tager cirka 30 minutter med tog.
I want a bottle of water.
Jeg vil gerne have en flaske vand. Jeg vil gerne have en flaske vand.
When is it?
Hvornår er det? Hvornår er det?
When is your birthday?
Hvornår har du fødselsdag? Hvornår har du fødselsdag?
My vacation starts in 2 weeks.
Min ferie begynder om 2 uger. Min ferie begynder om 2 uger.
Where do you work?
Hvor arbejder du? Hvor arbejder du?
Where are you?
Hvor er du? Hvor er du?
Where is the bathroom?
Hvor er badeværelset? Hvor er badeværelset?
Where do you live?
Hvor bor du? Hvor bor du?
I live in Los Angeles.
Jeg bor i Los Angeles. Jeg bor i Los Angeles.
Who is it?
Hvem er det? Hvem er det?
It's really good.
Det er virkelig godt. Det er virkelig godt.
How is it?
Hvordan er det? Hvordan er det?
What time does it open?
Hvad tid åbner det? Hvad tid åbner det?
Where is it?
Hvor er det? Hvor er det?
Where are we going?
Hvor skal vi hen? Hvor skal vi hen?
Please have a seat.
Værsgo at tage plads. Værsgo at tage plads.
We're meeting someone.
Vi skal mødes med en. Vi skal mødes med en.
A table for 5.
Et bord til 5. Et bord til 5.
What kind of dish is this?
Hvilken slags ret er det her? Hvilken slags ret er det her?
I'm allergic to shrimp.
Jeg er allergisk over for rejer. Jeg er allergisk over for rejer.
I ate too much.
Jeg spiste for meget. Jeg spiste for meget.
I'm full.
Jeg er mæt. Jeg er mæt.
Is that it?
Er det det? Er det det?
Everything is great.
Alt er godt. Alt er godt.
Can I have some milk?
Må jeg bede om noget mælk? Må jeg bede om noget mælk?
What's this?
Hvad er det her? Hvad er det her?
Same for me.
Samme til mig. Samme til mig.
Here you are.
Værsgo. Værsgo.
What would you like to drink?
Hvad kunne du tænke dig at drikke? Hvad kunne du tænke dig at drikke?
I'll have this.
Jeg tager den her. Jeg tager den her.
Check.
Check. Check.
How much is it?
Hvor meget bliver det? Hvor meget bliver det?
Sounds great.
Lyder godt. Lyder godt.
What do you feel like eating?
Hvad har du lyst til at spise? Hvad har du lyst til at spise?
Do you know where this place is?
Ved du, hvor dette sted er? Ved du, hvor dette sted er?
How long will it take?
Hvor længe tager det? Hvor længe tager det?
Turn right at the first intersection.
Drej til højre i det første lyskryds. Drej til højre i det første lyskryds.
Turn left at the second traffic light.
Drej til venstre ved det næste trafiksignal. Drej til venstre ved det næste trafiksignal.
What's the next stop?
Hvad er næste stop? Hvad er næste stop?
I feel sick.
Jeg føler mig syg. Jeg føler mig syg.
I don't feel well.
Jeg har det ikke så godt. Jeg har det ikke så godt.
I have a cough.
Jeg har hoste. Jeg har hoste.
I have a stomachache.
Jeg har mavepine. Jeg har mavepine.
Want to speak real Danish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at danishclass101.com. I'm sorry.
Undskyld. Undskyld.
Don't worry.
Det skal du ikke tænke på. Det skal du ikke tænke på.
It's okay.
Det er okay. Det er okay.
Please.
Bed om. Bed om.
Please forgive me.
Vær sød og tilgiv mig. Vær sød og tilgiv mig.
I really appreciate it.
Jeg sætter virkelig pris på det. Jeg sætter virkelig pris på det.
Thank you.
Tak. Tak.
You're welcome.
Velbekomme. Velbekomme.
Make yourself at home.
Lad som om du er hjemme. Lad som om du er hjemme.
Hello.
Goddag. Goddag.
Good morning.
Morgen. Morgen.
Goodbye.
Farvel. Farvel.
Long time no see.
Det er lang tid siden. Det er lang tid siden.
Good evening.
God aften. God aften.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Undskyld, at jeg lod dig vente. Undskyld, at jeg lod dig vente.
Wait a moment.
Vær sød og vente et øjeblik. Vær sød og vente et øjeblik.
Hello?
Goddag. Goddag.
Awesome.
Fantastisk. Fantastisk.
Delicious.
Lækkert. Lækkert.
I like it.
Jeg kan lide det. Jeg kan lide det.
I don't like it.
Jeg kan ikke lide det. Jeg kan ikke lide det.
How are you?
Hvordan går det? Hvordan går det?
Really?
Virkelig? Virkelig?
Help.
Hjælp. Hjælp.
What time is it?
Hvad er klokken? Hvad er klokken?
I'm good.
Det går godt. Det går godt.
Nice to meet you.
Rart at møde dig. Rart at møde dig.
Slower, please.
Langsommere, tak. Langsommere, tak.
It's difficult.
Det er svært. Det er svært.
Once again, please.
En gang til, bed om. En gang til, bed om.
I don't understand.
Jeg forstår det ikke. Jeg forstår det ikke.
This is for you.
Det er til dig. Det er til dig.
How have you been?
Går det godt? Går det godt?
What is it?
Hvad er det? Hvad er det?
Where are you from?
Hvor kommer du fra? Hvor kommer du fra?
How old are you?
Hvor gammel er du? Hvor gammel er du?
What's your phone number?
Hvad er dit nummer? Hvad er dit nummer?
It's true.
Det er sandt. Det er sandt.
I'm afraid I can't make it.
Jeg er bange for, at jeg ikke kan nå det. Jeg er bange for, at jeg ikke kan nå det.
I forgive you.
Jeg tilgiver dig. Jeg tilgiver dig.
Never mind.
Det er lige meget. Det er lige meget.
Good night.
Godnat. Godnat.
Good afternoon.
God eftermiddag. God eftermiddag.
How many people are there in your family?
Hvor mange er der i din familie? Hvor mange er der i din familie?
Bye bye.
Hej hej. Hej hej.
And you?
Og dig? Og dig?
I'm fine.
Jeg har det fint. Jeg har det fint.
Excuse me.
Undskyld. Undskyld.
Stop here, please.
Stop her, tak. Stop her, tak.
Just a minute, please.
Et øjeblik, tak. Et øjeblik, tak.
Hold on.
Hold fast. Hold fast.
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2,000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Danish ebook before it's gone.